Hey, it's Matt Pinfield. We are outside Grauman's Egyptian Theater, which is one of the most famous theaters in the world, where some of the biggest Hollywood premieres have happened. And I'm here with my friends in 311. Guys, how great is it to see you guys? I'm very excited.
Happy 311 Day.
Yes, happy 311 Day. Since 2011, when you guys first started doing it, you guys let's talk about how it's developed over those years. You did
2001.
Was it 2001? So it's actually been 18 years, yeah. So do you remember the early shows when you guys would do 58 or 69 songs? What those shows were like?
We were just high on adrenaline, and so now this last year for 311 Day we did 80 songs, but split over 2 days. So got to pace ourselves a little bit these days. But it's for this 311 Day when it's an off year. It's just like a day of gratitude to appreciate what an amazing life that we have, thanks to our fans and people like yourself for supporting us.
Yeah, you know what, guys? It's an amazing story because I think about when you first came to the radio station in New Jersey, in Asbury Park, when music came out, and we were, playing in power rotation for those people watching. That means it was like getting the most play of all the songs on the radio station there. Yeah. We were doing that with Do You Right and then Feel So Good and Visit. We were doing it with so many songs, and you guys came down to Asbury Park, and there were about 800 people there to see you guys at the Fast Lane, which was amazing. You guys were like, where all these people come from? You remember that?
I do. I remember that, and I remember you singing the chorus of Feel So Good, and you're like, that song, I just love it so much.
Yeah.
It was just implanted in my brain.
It's an incredible history, man. I've got to say that. So, guys, talk to me about this being the third Enlarged To Show Detail. Now, of course, it's been DVDs before, and people have seen it, but what do you find different about this third one? It's obviously the fans, once again, through their eyes, and you've had the most incredible fan base that I've seen in these 20-something years that I've become, maybe it's even longer now. It's probably 25 years since I've been friends with you guys. So tell me about what's different about it this time around.
It's a little bit farther down the timeline, the little bit, probably a longer time has lapsed since from 2 to 3 than from 1 to 2.
Yeah.
But it's kind of the same sort of look. A lot of great looks at our fans, which allow us to do this and keep doing it. And, it was put together by a couple of good friends of ours as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I saw it on a little screen, and I'm looking forward to see it on the big screen like that. It's exciting to...
Tim's a fan.
Yeah.
Tim's totally a fan.
He buys.
Yeah. Essay, talk to me about this. When you saw it, you got to see it as well. But you guys have been very busy. You just got done with the 311 Caribbean Cruise. How was it this year? And tell me.
The cruise is great. I mean, the cruise is always fun. It actually gets better and better, to be honest. But with this showing, this will be my first time really seeing it. The second time really I've seen it all the way through. We've been so busy, man. I mean, this band is just always on the march doing something. Something's on the horizon. There's not really many breaks for us, but it's kind of the life we've built, and we just keep maintaining, and this is kind of part of that,
Yeah.
So, but that's where it's at.
Yeah. So talk to me about the what's going on with the next tour that you're doing with Dirty Heads. People are very excited about this summer tour that you guys have planned and waiting for a new record. So.
Right. Yeah. While we're keeping people at bated breath about the new album, we're releasing those dates for the summer tour, which we're super stoked about. Getting up to the Northwest again, getting all the way up into Seattle, playing Merriweather Post. It's going to be a great summer. I can't wait to see the show. Last time I saw Dirty Heads, they made it rain on my face a little bit. Like I got caught up in the like what's going on? Like, oh, this is amazing. Like, oh wow, and I think they're going to be doing that to the fans who are unknowing. We always want to give a good show every summer. Since we're going to go out and be in your living room more or less or your backyard every summer, we want to make sure it's a great tour. So we're really excited about having the Interrupters and Dirty Heads out. It's going to be
which are great bands too, right? Yeah. I mean, Interrupters they're really cool too. I mean, everybody, Dirty Heads, it's all people that want to play together and have fun. I mean, everybody in those bands just loves being involved in music like you guys have. Why you've had this career that's lasted so unbelievably long,
like you.
But why I'm still here.
Yeah,
which is amazing.
Love music.
So talk to me about the next record, which we're hearing may come out in June. Can you tell me a little bit about it at this point?
We've worked on it a couple years, tried out different things, and we're really going for it with the fans to try and feed them like we always do. But we also try out new things on this and trying to break new ground and try different things that we haven't done. So it's kind of just some more advancement of what we did on last record. and we're just hoping to improve what we did last record and just balance that out with pushing the envelope, trying out different things, and also getting your hardcore like 311 fans
give them that
fed
thing
as well.
so that they're great
yeah.
that way, which I think is amazing. I remember
Yes,
what was the last record with Too Much to Think, when I first came out. I remember playing it on the radio. I was living in San Francisco. I was doing a morning show there, and just falling in love with it. You never disappoint. The thing about 311 to me that I've had since first hearing the music album is that there's always that thread, I think, that there's just something you guys are always going for. It just never ever feels stale to me. It always feels like passionate and great, and the songwriting just keeps on going and taking you guys in a new direction. Tell me what that's like for you, Nick, when it comes to having to write new songs.
I mean, I think the most important thing in a songwriter is to maintain that youthful excitement and creativity, like we had when we were teenagers, and we're just able to find new things to excite us, and when we're excited, then it comes through in the music, and it's a never-ending journey. As long as you keep looking for new horizons, they're there, and it's a very it's a collaborative thing. We all get together and figure things out together and collaborate, and that's what's beautiful. And we just have to mix the album and figure out a title.
Yeah. Well, you guys always come up with good stuff. It's a great story that I put out a book 2 years ago. It was a memoir, and in my chapter about my MTV years, one of the big stories is how I went into the music meeting and fought for 311 on the self-titled album. I said, we have to play this band. I love this band. You don't understand. They have a groundswell. And I remember one guy looking at me and going, "Hey, you must be high." I go, "Not right now, but I'm telling you, it's true." So it's pretty funny. It's a funny story.
You have been an advocate for us. We should buy you some popcorn tonight.
Yeah, you should. But anyways,
free popcorn for life.
You remember, we made buzz clips out of Down. We made, we played Don't Stay Home, all mixed up, and then things really started to take off. So it was very, very exciting to take that journey with you guys. To a band I love, and I'm very proud of everything you guys have done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything you want to say to some of your fans tonight that have gone to theaters all over? I've gotten texts on social media from people who are like, "I'll be at the Times Square show. I'll be at this," because we've been talking about it all day. Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
We just love having this community that's come up around our music, and it's fun to watch, and it's fun to see the friendships and marriages and things that have come up around our band, and so hopefully tonight will be a happening where people, besides watching the movie, they get together, and we're all about the unity and bringing people together. So that's what we do,
and that's why unity, it's completely real. That's a great thing. Is there anything that happened on the cruise this time that was interesting, besides maybe some engagements? I mean, what happened this time on the cruise? I just have to ask.
Every cruise, somebody gets engaged. That happened.
Yeah. Okay.
We
did
talked
right
about
in front of us.
We talked about cruise babies.
Yeah,
Talked about,
yeah.
how many cruise babies?
How many do you guess are people called you and said, "I had a cruise baby"? And have any of them been named after any of you guys?
Oh, there's some couple kids named Hexam out there, which is an awesome first name.
Yeah.
We get more pets.
And then
A lot
Zach's
more
happy
pets
about it
named.
too.
There's a
Your
lot
brother.
of peanuts.
Yeah,
There's
there's
a lot of
dogs.
dogs.
Peanut cats.
Dogs.
Yeah, peanut cats and dogs.
You're cool.
Peanut
Yeah,
animals.
that's
Gophers.
amazing. So there's some essays and peanuts as well.
But you know what happened on
Chad, it's all.
Yes,
You'll get there.
what happened on this cruise that was different is Essays beer came out. Our I'll Be Here a While Honey Apricot Ale came out, and it's delicious.
And is it out of Omaha? Is that where it's? Or is it out of here?
Tampa, Rock
Yeah, it's out of
Brothers
Florida.
is our beer
Tampa.
partner.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
They
That's
got better
really
water.
great, guys. And was it plentiful on the cruise?
Our fans drank
Sold out, man.
Our fans drank 100 cases of it.
Yeah.
So yes.
That's great. Now talk about your relationship with Wayne, who's worked on this with you. Wayne used to be an intern at MTV back in like '97, and I knew Wayne back then, but he's worked on this film with you guys. Let's talk about Wayne. Tell me
intern.
about your relationship with him. And he was so cool, and he was great, and he helped me out in a big way.
He's good to
and
work
now
with.
here I am seeing him all these years later going, wow, you're the guy who did the 311 movie. Talk to me about it.
Yeah.
He's a creative guy. He had a vision,
He's been working on it for over a decade.
and he's just been a good friend of ours for so long. And then also to have B-Love involved,
Yeah.
he was a huge advocate for us back in the early days when he was a professional skater.
Yeah.
And getting our music used in his videos and stuff. So
Be Love, you mean, right?
Be Love,
yeah, because he was doing all those skating videos, right? He did a bunch of them, didn't he?
Yeah.
And when did he start using your songs? Do you remember the first thing that he used from you guys?
that was on Grassroots.
Yeah.
As early as he heard us.
Oh, with Hostile, like things back in that era?
That's right. That's right.
So it's been a while. That's cool. That's really cool, actually. That's amazing. So were the same guys involved in the last two, or has it changed since you did the first two? Because, I mean, the first Enlarged came out in, what, 94, right? Or something? Was it 96? It was somewhere
96,
around.
yeah.
I know it was like around that period of, the self-titled album. So it was after Grassroots. So it's we go, yeah.
And then our good friend Brian Smith did the second Enlarged Show Detail, and now he's like photographer to the stars. He's like Miley Cyrus's favorite photographer and stuff. So it's just cool that we have such long-lasting relationships. I mean, not only are we one of the longest-running original lineup bands out today.
Yeah.
I think U2 and Radiohead have us beat, but as far as rock bands, there's not many that have the same original dudes, and that's why we really love the longevity and the long relationships that we have both in and out of the band.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, it's 30 years this summer. For me, that really blows my mind. What do you say is really? What would you say is the key to the fact that you guys have had this long-term relationship, friendship, family? I mean, talk to me about what you would you say. What you credit that to?
Well, we're friends still.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Checking.
Right.
Just checking.
Right. Ready? Okay, good friends. Yep.
I think we enjoy each other's songwriting still.
Yeah.
Still.
Yep. Check.
Check that one.
Yeah, I think we got over the hump of getting along, how to coexist, kind of, at a young age, driving around in an RV and everything.
Make it or break
And that's more, that. And then also, but you got to get along musically, too, which I think we do. And we enjoy, everyone's on the same page, I think, going forward, trying to advance as a band, individuals playing, whatever, still into it, and enjoying it. And I think as long as that's still happening, then we'll keep going. You know? I mean, it's
I don't see you
fun.
guys stopping anytime, and I think it's great that you haven't. Is there something else you're thinking of doing for that 30th anniversary, or is that going to be happening during the tour with Dirty Heads and Interrupters? Is that around the same time?
Well, my friends from Gibson Guitars are here, and so we're working on a special guitar for our 30-year anniversary. That's one thing. What else?
Yeah, we have some other products we're working on, maybe some live releases on vinyl.
Yeah.
And possibly, some things to do with our merch company going back to the very beginning.
Yeah.
So maybe some retro merch and stuff like that. But we're still coming up with ideas. We want to get those in pipeline because 2020 will be the 30th year.
It's really for the
Bathing suit calendar.
Yeah. Peanut, are you going to be the first one to pose in January?
I've got to. If I brought it up, I have to. Yeah.
Hey, I need to ask you, seriously, what? I love when you guys came out with the archive. For a fan like me and the people that I know that are in the theaters right now that love you guys, the archive was really, for me, it was just, there was so much great stuff to grab a hold of there. Tell me what the experience was putting that stuff together and going through all those old tracks.
Chad is the man to answer.
Chad?
I was as much of a witness as you were.
Yeah.
It was a large project, and we talked about what we should be doing. And usually a band kind of releases a greatest hits or something like that. And with our fan base, I was like, that's probably not going to do it.
Yeah.
And if we want to, be able to give them a product that's successful, we got to dig deep. And so we gave them all the B-sides that were released, all the B-sides that were unreleased, and then first drafts from the bands of certain songs, and then the last CD was demos.
Yeah.
So we just kind of wanted to share the inner workings of our process and thought that would be a lot more interesting to the fans than just like a greatest hits record.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody puts out a greatest hits. I mean, it's just, sometimes it's like, I call it, it's like a stop set. It's a bumper in between the next record when there's some time that has to be done.
And you can find most of that stuff on YouTube, but the archive stuff, that was, really dusting off stuff that no one had access to except for us. So.
What was the hardest thing to find? Like, was there some, like, did you have to call anybody up and go, hey man, do you still have any copies of that like demo we made at your place, or friends that might have a cassette? What was it?
Nick sent me some stuff on cassette. Like we had demos on cassette from maybe the first 3 records up to the Blue album. Like songs like Random and Sounds Like Down was even on a tape cassette. So we had to dig deep. And the cool thing about it, even though some of them are on YouTube, we have them all mastered in one spot. You know, very organized, and sound quality is great. So that's kind of the benefit of the project with all those songs organized.
Well,
like
we
that.
loved Archive. How much time did it take to put that together? That's the one thing I was curious about.
Yeah, I started asking hardcore fans what they would want, and probably a year and a half before, and it takes months to get it together for me and our mastering guy Joe Gasworth, because that's a huge mastering.
He's here tonight.
He's here tonight, and that's a huge mastering project. If you can imagine, it's just a lot of time, a lot of songs. So, I suppose it probably took us, a month for the mastering, but probably 3-4 months for the organization of it.
Yeah. It's amazing. Well, it came out great. It's an incredible package for fans like myself. I loved it, and I spent a lot of time with it. You know what I mean? Because it's, if you really want to absorb it correctly, it gives you a really great insight into what you guys have been doing. You know, one of the other keys I think to the 311 success is you've always kept a really strong family of people around you, like your manager Peter, and you just people that you've known that have been really true to the band. Tell me, what can you say about that?
We just, we're loyal people, and we love having people that really know us and really understand what we're trying to do here, because it's not just a business, it's like a mission, you know, and so there's people that really get that, and we stay with them, and it's just beautiful to see, looking around, all these familiar faces of
We're good. Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is a photo with Matt.
Yeah. Okay, great. Are we good, guys? All right, guys. Thank you. It's great.
Did we just end our interview?
I can do it. No, it's cool.
Okay, enough talking.
All right.
I just
nice
to
to
meet you.
I heard my name. I rushed over.
Great, guys. Can I get in there with you guys?
Of course.
Hey, it's Matt Pinfield here at Grauman's. Well, it's the Egyptian theater, not the Chinese theater.
No, this is the Egyptian one.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There's a Chinese one down the road.
And they're both famous. I mean, they've had some pretty amazing movie premieres, I think, for the last 200 years or some crazy amount of time.
I wouldn't know. This is my first one. I'm super stoked.
And you know what? This is my first one here, too, but it's for a great reason. It's 311, and, of course, it's Enlarged To Show Detail 3, which I think is amazing. Now, I'm here with Wayne Price. Wayne, I mentioned it earlier, but you and I have known each other since you were a kid, kind of. I mean, you were an intern at MTV.
I was 20 years old.
So tell me a bit about, you knew you wanted to be around music, so tell me how that all took place.
Yeah, I was into music and film.
Yeah.
I somehow finagled my way into an internship at MTV.
Yeah.
A place where you were working at the time.
Yeah.
And I also asked my producer at the time if they could bring me to some events and to some actual activities because I wanted to learn.
Yeah.
And I didn't think you'd remember because I was like the guy who was really quiet and trying my best to like be helpful. But I overstepped my bounds a bit and kind of ended up in places that I wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because I was the precocious intern at MTV.
But I would have loved you for that. I was always nice to you, right?
You were the sweetest to me. You were so sweet. Kennedy took care of me as well. The Howard Stern Private Parts premiere.
Oh, that's right. When we did it, when he came down in the Pope Mobile down the street. Remember that? It was crazy.
Oh, sorry. I'm like talking.
Yeah.
See, I'm so not media trained.
Yeah. But you've done great work.
Thank you.
Wayne, I got to talk to you about this relationship with 311. It's over 2 decades now. Talk to me about how you became a fan and how this relationship built with them.
Yeah, well, my cousin, I can totally credit my cousin. I have the older cousin. I didn't have an older brother. I have 2 younger brothers.
Yeah.
I had an older cousin who was into 311 in the mid-'90s.
Yeah.
And one night, hanging out in the East Village in New York at his apartment, busts out 311 music.
Yeah.
And
what an album.
I mean,
one of the greats. I love that record so much.
Just, we used to play the DJ game where like we would just kind of reach for
each guy picks a song kind of thing? Song for song.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is
exactly.
Cool.
And my cousin pulled out 311 music and just started it right at the beginning, just with Welcome, and I was just like, wait a minute, I wanted to hear more. And just that was it.
That was it. That was like, all right, we're going to listen to this whole CD right now, right?
Totally. But then I got really lucky in that I was working. I actually got hired to have a real job before I decided to stop working a real job and make crazy movies like this.
Yeah.
And that job actually was managing websites for music artists. And the first artist that we signed was through our friend Wendy at Capricorn Records.
Wendy and Nan and everybody over there were great. Everybody was so cool.
So the guys I was working with, they were fans of Widespread Panic.
Yeah.
And they all wanted Widespread Panic to be the first band that they were going to rep.
Right.
And Wendy comes in the office and is like, Panic is amazing. We all love Panic. But you guys really want 311. You want to reach more younger people. You want to get crazy with that. So we all went to see them at Irving Plaza. And that was
I
the
remember that show.
First time I saw 311 was Irving Plaza.
Yeah.
Audience just, I mean, the whole floor was just, we thought it was going to collapse.
Shaking. You thought it was going to go down to the basement, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Which is amazing.
It's crazy.
And that was it. And then you were in.
Yes.
So what were those early days like? I mean, the guys were always great to work with for you, right? Like, I mean, they were real cooperative and into what you were doing. They were excited. They were visionary in the sense that they really understood that the social media and reaching fans in that kind of direct way was a really important thing, right?
311 were always trying, they were open to trying whatever it was that was on the cutting edge that hadn't been proven yet.
Yeah.
So they were, for me, they were the greatest people to work with because they were always receptive and trusting.
Yeah.
You know, I used to manage their website. You know, it was a time where people didn't know how to make their websites work for them.
Yeah.
And we did some cool things. I hadn't had any credits under my belt as a filmmaker. They let me come out and film their shows, edit stuff for them. They just were like, okay, not blindly, but just listening to you and saying, I trust you. And because of that, we're here. This many years later, I mean, I'm staying at their manager's house. We're all family.
Which is great. And that's the thing I mentioned when I was interviewing the band about that kind of loyalty, that family thing that the band has built with so many people over the years, besides their fans, all the people that are in their circle, which I think is it spreads out. It's a really incredible thing.
Yes.
So talk to me about working on this. You've already been involved in other videos, other shooting with them, but when it came time to do this, stuff that was shot by fans, what was different about it? You had already seen, obviously, and been around for Enlarged To Show Detail 1 and then 2. I mean, you were working with the band already and doing all that stuff. What was the thing you were working on with this one that you saw differently? Like, was the band growing up a little, like their new place in their life? What was it?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, as a filmmaker, I really saw. I'm always excited about community.
Yeah.
So something that I've been studying, whether it's a group called Summit, which is a gathering of young entrepreneurs who go to like mountaintops and like come up with crazy ideas for how they're going to change the world, or the Grateful Dead, or 311. You know, it's the idea of like there is this familial bond that brings people together. And so what excited me as much as seeing the band and how much they've changed in the 17 years since the last Enlarged To Show Detail came out. I mean, these guys have become adults in many ways when they were just kids making this other movie. That was exciting, but what was also exciting for me was exploring the circular energy between the fans that become family. I mean, when you start to go to these big events and you see that people come out on their own, travel a great distance to meet up with what they consider to be their family.
Yeah.
That's something that you don't see in many bands, especially bands that aren't called the Grateful Dead, which kind of people
which
already
even though
know.
the Dead was where a lot of that started, you so see that with 311. I've noticed that as it built over the years.
Yeah.
And I remember going to see them in Jersey at the PNC Arts Center and just seeing the unity of all the fans there was pretty amazing to me, and I love that. It made the night so special.
Yes.
You know?
And that's you'll see that in the movie. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say to some of the fans that are out there that are going to see this for the first time tonight?
Well, if they haven't already seen it, because I know that we're getting text messages from the East Coast. My family's in Louisville. My mom and dad just texted me. They were sitting in a theater in Louisville. The whole place erupted in applause and stood up afterwards. If you still haven't had a chance to see it, this is going to be the only time to see a movie like this in the theater, so it's really special today.
Yeah.
And it's going to come alive. I mean, we mixed this movie in 5.1 surround so that the moments of music is going to make you feel like you're at the show. And the moments that aren't of music are going to be really insightful and spiritual and inside the life of this band. So hopefully they'll get a chance to see it, if not tonight, at some point.
I'm sure they will. Thanks so much, James, for doing this with us.
You're welcome.
Hanging out with James here.
Wayne.
Wayne, what am I doing?
Right,
Hey, what's wrong with me today?
There's nothing wrong with
you. I mean, I know.
There's
I know,
lights and
I know
there's a
what you
big thing.
Wayne Price. I know it. You know what I mean? It's just like my brain is, I'm good. You know what I mean? No, but it's just so thanks so much for doing this today.
Okay.
And we got Be Love coming up next, who
Yes.
you worked on the film with. So thanks so much, Wayne, for doing this.
You're welcome.
And I
Thanks,
never
Matt.
did call you James in the 90s, did I?
You might have. It's okay. No, you never did. You never did.
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
How's it going?
It's good to see
exciting.
you.
This is crazy.
It's really cool, isn't it?
Yes,
Now,
I
you've
cannot
been
believe
such a part. I mean, obviously, you've been doing films that have to do with skating. You've worked on so many things in the past. Tell me about how you became familiar with 311, became a fan, and ended up working with the guys, because they've got nothing but love and respect for you. So tell me that.
Great. So the skate culture was very music related.
Yeah.
You know,
Always has
especially-
been, right?
And always has been. And I started skating, getting some notoriety.
Yeah.
And I, at the same time, was falling in love with 311.
Yeah.
And I just knew that mix worked really well. And I wanted to introduce 311 to the skating community. So I set up an interview, and I interviewed Nick. And
Yeah.
we became great friends, and
Yeah.
it all just kind of snowballed from there.
That's amazing. So you've worked on quite a few things with them in the past as well. Tell me the first thing that you did that had to do with editing and film.
Oh,
for
editing
them.
and film. Nick used to have a global warming awareness charity. I put together a segment for a network that I was working for, and that was the first thing I did for Nick. And then I think shortly after that, or actually a while after that, we did a 5 of Everything video.
Yeah.
And I edited that.
Which was really cool, right? Was that fun to do?
Yeah, great concept. Brian Bonesmith.
Yeah.
Beautiful photographer.
Yeah.
Notoriety. He's A-list
Yeah.
photographer up
Yeah.
and down. Shot it. We had a great concept, and put it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, so while you were editing this, what were the things that you looked for while you were doing the shooting? The things that you thought were unique to this third version of Enlarged To Show Detail? Because
Yeah.
you'd seen the other one, so you knew that you wanted to do something, put a different spin on it, and kind of see the progression of what's going on with the band, the unity, the fans, the entire community.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, the first two are shenanigans, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
That's
a
it. Is. They
lot
were
of
just
fun.
going wild because they
Yeah.
were young guys,
Going
right?
crazy.
Everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
And you're a band on the road, a band on tour, like a bunch of kids in a van. You know what I mean?
filming everything.
Yeah, RVs,
you know?
doing what
Yeah.
you do, right?
So this one is more mature,
Yeah.
for sure. It takes definitely a more mature approach because the band is not as crazy and
Yeah.
as young, and they've matured, and the fans have matured too. God, what approach did I take? I took a more mature approach,
Yeah.
and obviously a more approach that wanted to highlight the fans
Yes.
a little more.
Yeah.
Because there's really not a whole lot of fans in the last one because of the community that has been built.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's such a good story. I've watched it grow.
Isn't it amazing,
and,
being around them like you and I have for a long time, and me knowing those guys for 25 years or so,
Yeah.
and watching them grow as a band, but their fan base continue to grow, continue to
Isn't that
find new
crazy?
people, and people that stay with them, which you can't say for every band.
No.
I mean, it's something very magical and spiritual about it, right?
Yes, super magical experience.
Yeah.
I go to shows, and there's still young people that go
Yeah.
to shows. I see 18-year-old kids, 15-year-old kids, and then of course us, like in our 40s and 50s,
Yeah, right, exactly.
60s, still going to shows.
Yeah.
It's hard to get that genre.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I don't. You can't set out for it and get that genre.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it takes a special band. It's amazing.
It does.
But I appreciate you taking the time.
Dude.
We love. It's good to see you,
Respect, man.
Amazing. Much respect to you as
Thank
well
you.
and all the incredible work you've
Yes.
done on it.
All right.
Here we are.
Facebook.
We love Enlarged to Show Detail. It's number 3. Let's do it.
Number
Here we
3.
go. Hey, guys, you good? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm Matt. It's nice to meet you.
Julie. Nice to meet you.
Julie, where are you from?
Orange County, California.
County, California. That's amazing. Now, I've been told that you've seen 311 shows, which blows my mind.
Yeah, the third show on the cruise was my 300th show. Yeah, so I have seen them 300 times.
Is it amazing to you? You've loved them for this many years.
96. My first show was in 96.
And it's one of those things where it's just become a part of your life, right?
Yes, it has, definitely. I have my mom here, my aunt, my cousins. Everyone's here to support this movie and the fact that I'm in it. So it's really exciting to come see all this work that everyone has done and put together. And all the shows that these guys have done put together for us for all these years. It's just amazing. So we're really excited to see this.
I think that's great. I have to ask you one question before we move on. What is one of your favorite moments of meeting the band? Was there one special moment in particular where you met the guys and you just realized that they were such great people? people?
Well, every time I meet them or see them or talk to them, they're all just really nice and welcoming and just sit there and talk to you and pay attention to what you're saying. But my favorite show was the first cruise, leaving the port was amazing, and it was just the best show ever. So
Just a great feeling right out on that ship.
absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Well, it was great to meet you.
You too.
It was a pleasure. And congratulations. Enjoy the movie tonight. That's great. Sounds good. Yeah, good to see you, man.
First things first is Matt Pinfield, the most important person in rock journalism the last 25 years. My name's Dominic. I'm from Pasadena.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dominic. That's kind of you to say. It's a pleasure, brother. Thank you.
Matt Pinfield.
Thank
Matt
you.
motherfucking Pinfield.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much, man. Hey, ladies, how are you? What's your name?
Amy.
Amy, where are you from?
San Pedro.
San Pedro. Are you excited? How many times have you seen the band?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I lost count. Yeah.
Are you excited about the movie tonight? Do you think you might be in it?
Yeah,
we are. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's good to see you. What's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, where are you from?
I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia.
I was born in Athens. I know.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have great brewery. Nice little town.
Atlanta is the record label. That's where Capricorn was. It's signed on the first.
Oh really? That's awesome.
It's great. Well, I want you guys to have a great time tonight. Thanks so much for coming out and being a part of this. All right, we'll see you inside. Okay, thank you. Okay. Oh, okay, great. It's perfect. Okay. Right here? All right, great. Yeah. Hey, guys. Yep. How are you, Christian? How are you, brother? I'm doing good. Yeah, I know. You all right? Look at me, man. It's getting better. Getting hit by... Yeah, dude. I got hit by a car and almost killed 3 months ago, but I'm good. I'm alive, and I'm here for my old buds, 311, who I've been friends with for so long. Where are you all from?
LA. Yeah, we're here.
How psyched are you? Have you seen the band quite a few times before?
Yes, and it's her birthday. I've seen them 37 times.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
20 for us. The rest of you,
The same.
I actually don't know if I kept count.
It's your birthday.
I know. It is. It's a good birthday.
All right, guys, have a great time tonight. Enjoy the movie. Take care now. We'll see you inside. Yeah. Hey, I'm Matt. Pleasure to meet you.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm great. I'm here with the 311 guys, so it's going to be a good night, you know?
Yes,
Where are you guys from? What are your names?
We're originally from Delaware, and we live in Los Angeles. This is I'm Dan.
I'm Candace.
How many times have you seen the band before?
I've seen them a couple times, but most importantly, I asked to marry my wife in front of 311 at Stanhope back in 2003.
Oh, that's me. Stand up out?
Yeah, so they...
Stand up New Jersey?
Yeah.
Which I know. I'm from Jersey.
Oh, sweet. Awesome, dude. Yeah.
From New Brunswick, so it's like, yeah.
And she said yes, thankfully. So, yeah.
That's great. Congratulations. I was asking the guys earlier about how many and kids were born. That's how long the band has just had so much of an effect on people. So thank you for coming tonight.
Take care, brother.
We'll see you guys later. Congratulations. All right. How are you? Hey, what's your name?
My name's Justin.
Justin, good to see you. And what's your name?
Amy.
Amy, how are you? Where are you guys from?
From right here in LA.
Right here in LA.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the premiere tonight?
Excited about the premiere. The band was here. It was great. It was a great time.
How long have you been a fan of the guys?
Oh, at least 20 years since right out of high school. So it was a great time. I've been to like at least 30 shows. It's all pretty awesome. Yeah.
It's really great. Well, thanks for coming to being a part of this historic event tonight. It's great to meet you both. All right. Take care now. Enjoy yourselves. Here we go. Wow. How you doing? You brought this beautiful baby with you? And what is her name?
Her name's Olivia.
Olivia, you are gorgeous. And what are your names?
Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie.
George.
George, how are you guys? Where are you from? Are you from here in LA?
Yeah, this area.
That's great. Have you been a fan of the band for a while?
Oh, yeah, long time.
Aren't they a great band? That's great. And you brought Olivia. Is this going to be one of her first? Is her first movie?
Yes.
So it's her first movie and music experience, kind of too, right? Which is a great thing. So she can watch this years later and go, I went to see this with my mom and dad. This is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Which is great. Well, enjoy the show tonight.
Thank you so much.
And thanks so much for being a part of it. Thank you. Hi. What's your name?
Marie.
Marie. How you doing?
Yeah.
And what's yours?
Monica.
Monica. Great to meet you both. So where are you from? Are you from here?
Here from LA.
Los Angeles. We're my hometown now too. Which, but I love seeing you guys here. How long have you been fans of 311?
Back in the day, I heard you talking about music. That was my first album, Do You Right on K-Rock.
Remember when you heard that song and you were just like, all right, these guys rock. This is cool. It was one of those great songs. How about yourself? You come with family? Have you liked them
This is our 16-year-old daughter.
And what do you think, because they've been playing that music around you for a long time, sometimes kids are like, I don't want to listen to what mom and dad play, but this is really great though, right? Do you like it?
I do, very much. Yes.
Is there a great...
I say that we've been to 8 different countries to see 311.
8 different countries, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so great to meet all of you. I'm so glad, too, that
you.
You guys came together as a family. Well, we'll see you guys later, okay? Thanks so much. Enjoy the show tonight. Okay, cool. Guys, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. How are you doing? I'm good, man. My name's Matt. What's your name?
Will.
Hey, Will, where are you from?
Las Vegas, born and raised. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's great. Like Summerlin or which area there?
Henderson.
Henderson.
I've been there before it all existed. So yeah.
Well, it's cool. So how long have you been a fan of 311?
Oh man, since the Blue album, and then I took a step back and checked out Grassroots and Music, and that's my stuff right there. Yeah, that's the early stuff, and I've been on board ever since. I've been loyal ever since.
Yeah. And they're a great band because they've always delivered in such a great way.
They've been very consistent. They've stayed with the times, and I love the fact that they're still very close. They've matured well, and they've done great over the years.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
It's great to meet you, and enjoy it tonight, man. All the best to you. You got it. That's right. It's 311 Day. Hey, I'm Matt. What's your name? Nate, good to meet you. Where are you from, man?
I'm originally from the Bay Area, but I moved to Huntington Beach,
cool.
pursuing music and like sound design, and 311 saved my life.
Such a great band. When did you discover them and realize you loved them and they were really important to you?
Probably like 15 or so. Yeah, about 15.
That's cool. What was the first thing you heard?
First one I heard was Come Original, the Sound System album.
What a great album.
Album changed my life. So.
I love the chant. 311. It's happy 311 Day to everybody. What's that chant? It's great. Thanks so much for coming, by the way. We'll see you soon. All right, great meeting you too. For all 311 fans that are watching right now, how great is it to have all these people here? How are you doing, man? I love it.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. What's your name?
My name is Alex.
Alex? And what, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hi.
Yeah, what's your name?
Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel, good to see you. I love that you've got a great 311 hat on and your hoodie as well. How long? So you've been playing since he was born?
Playing since he's been in the womb.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was jumping in my mama's belly, and we've been fans since before he came out. He was listening to 311.
That's fantastic.
And finally getting to meet him, it's awesome.
It's so cool, and it's a family thing too because it's multi-generational. That's how great they are.
How they do it. I follow their fan page, and it's pretty dope. I like it.
Well, nice to meet you, Gabriel. You take care of a good time tonight, okay? All right, bye-bye. Thanks so much, guys. You got it. Okay, it was great to meet you. Bye, Gabriel. We'll see you. All right, cool. Are we good? Hey, guys, we'd love to see you. Hey there, how are you?
Hi, I'm Terry.
Hi, Terry. Nice to
Give
meet
me
you.
a hug.
I'll give you a hug. How are you tonight?
You're
Good to see you,
like
Terry.
a big music person for us rockers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love
like you're a band, or excuse me, you're a man that told us so much about all these bands, 311, to watch out for. So it's good to be here, man. I'm just here to spread those positive vibes.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's going to be great tonight. How long have you been a fan of the band?
I've been a fan of 311 since 1997.
Yeah. It was such a great time. I remember it very well.
The best. The 90s music was the best.
It was fantastic. You know, and these guys keep it going because they keep putting out great records. Right?
Yes, they do. I am so excited for their new album. They just announced that they're putting out a new album. I cannot wait. Every album is better than the last. It's been a musical journey for a fan like myself. So
that's so great. And I love you and thank you for all the good words. And have a great time tonight, okay? All right, you got it, guys. Here we go. That's great. It was awesome to meet you. There you go, guys. How are you? Hey, I'm Matt. Nice to meet you. What's your name, man?
Juan.
Juan, pleasure to meet you. Where are you from?
California, Los Angeles.
From here in Los Angeles, which is great because it's not too far to come over to this tonight. How long have you been a fan of 311?
All my life, practically 10 years now. I saw my first concert when I was 8 years old. It was when they were with the Offspring and Expendables. That was my very first concert.
That was a great tour.
It was amazing. Yeah.
Really good. Well, you have a favorite album by them?
I want to say.
Is it hard to say?
It's hard to say.
Because you love too many of them.
They're all really good.
Aren't they? I mean, they're one of the few bands that can do what they do consistently, and it's great.
They've switched it up every single album, and they've really like shown what they can do. You know, with different music styles. It's pretty crazy.
It's awesome. Well, listen, have a great time tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, it was awesome to meet you. Take good care now. Yeah. Hi, guys. How are you? Matt Pinfield, nice to meet you. How you doing, guys? What are your names?
I'm Jason.
Jana.
Yeah, I love that. I got a great Vikings jersey on, which is cool, and and a 311 Day from last year, which is
all 311 Day was.
What were you doing last year at 311 Day?
Oh, we danced for like 2 days straight. It was dead center at Park Theater with visuals going off the top. 311 played over like 100 songs. They played some classics. It was amazing. Best time of my life.
Yeah, I mean that's the amazing thing about them. They have such an incredible catalog of so many great songs when they've been making records this long. 12 albums going on the 13th. I'm really excited about it.
Oh, I love 311. I can't go. They're my fuel.
Yeah, that's fantastic. How about yourself?
I've loved them. I've loved them since '94.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I've been obsessed with them, basically.
Well, you're here, and we're really excited to have you tonight.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
We're
you so much for coming
excited,
by.
too. It's gonna be a
I'm
great
pumped.
show.
It's going to be a great time. Guys, have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Thanks for saying hello.
Cheers.
Okay, great. Yeah. Here we go, guys. Hey, guys, how are you? I'm Matt. Nice to meet you.
At 101 9RXP anniversary party with Julian Casablancas.
Oh, you met me with Julia Casablancas. Where was it? Was it at downstairs Electric Lady Studios, or was it something, or was it at a show?
It was at a show.
Okay, cool.
It was.
So you remember me from 1019 in New York City. That's great, which is so cool. Well, it's great to meet you. It was a great station, right? Too bad it's not there anymore, but it was amazing. And we did have a great time doing it. What's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley.
Dave.
Dave, how you doing? And yourself?
Chris. The group. How's it going? Pink Snyder. It's P. Snyder. I'm P. Snyder.
It's good to see you. P. It's good to see you guys tonight. So how long have you guys been fans of 311?
A long time. I mean, since I was in high school, for sure. Yeah.
Are you pumped to see this tonight? Do you think because of some of the events that you've been at and seen them, you might even be in this film?
Absolutely. I mean, we just got off the cruise too, so.
How was it this year?
It was amazing. All the bands, everything.
This was cruise number 2 for me. It was incredible and 1,000 times better than last. Didn't even know that was possible, but it was.
That's incredible. So you guys, you'll do it again next year?
Oh, God, yeah. 2021, I will be there.
No doubt.
For sure. I will not miss the cruise.
Yeah. Well, it's great to meet you both, and good to see you again after the New York. We met in New York a few years back. Yeah, it's Hammerstein Ballroom. Probably was. Maybe it was like Hammerstein or Irving Plaza. One of those great. It was Irving. It was Irving, right, with Julian? Yeah, that's right. That was classic. It was some good stuff. Well, it's good to see you again, man. Meeting out here on the other coast. It's good. All right, guys, take care. Enjoy it. That's right, guys. Take care now. Have a great night. Bye-bye now. All right, P. Snyder, I'm gonna say hello to you before we close things up here. But
I want to ask you about your T-shirt collection. That inspired me to keep all my band T-shirts. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, I haven't gotten rid of them unless I've left them by accident in hotel room drawers or, you know, at an ex's house, something like that.
I actually had I had some rats eat a couple of mine, but.
Or moths? No moths?
Moths. Well, no. I think the rats ate the moths and also the clothes. Yeah.
Those aren't fun. Yeah, I even the one with holes in them, it's just not fashionable anymore.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, it depends. You just got to cut off the sleeves, maybe make a little belly shirt, you know.
I can't do that. I'm not built for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good to see you. Are you excited to be here tonight?
Super excited. Super excited. Yeah, I was in a video actually a while ago for 311 and the Halloween show down in Long Island. Nick had a costume where he was holding this pumpkin, and it's check it out, The Legend of Gramkin, and you'll see me in there. You got to check it out. It's like
I'm gonna look at that, man.
Video. You're gonna love it.
That sounds great.
Just make sure you got like 10 minutes to laugh it out before you're done.
Oh, I will. I'll definitely do that at home. Pete, it's nice to meet you, man. Take care and have a good night. Here we are, hanging out. How you doing? Hey, what's up, brother? How are you? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, I got hit by a car. Nearly killed me. I went through the windshield of my head. See the split? Tore my ear off. And Wayne, it's unbelievable. I went through all that, but I survived it. And they sewed my head back together. And my bone came out of my leg. I had a compound fracture, but I'm alive and I'm doing good.
You're blessed.
I'm blessed, man. I'm still here, my brother, which is so good. You know what I mean?
Respect,
man.
Respect every time. Yeah, man. I just came out tonight to support the great 311.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from Jamaica and I've been a reggae guy for many years. And tell you, one of the wickedest rock reggae bands in the world. They've done so much stuff. I rapped on 2 of the songs with them. I went on the cruise with them and DJ'd, and nobody can match them when it comes to rock reggae. You know?
Aren't they great? I mean, they really are. I mean, they've been doing it so well for so long.
And the energy on stage and everything, and the songs and everything is just so magic. And I brought my friend tonight. Her name is Amber. So she wanted.
Amber, how are you? Amber, I'm Matt. It's nice to meet you.
So she wanted to because her name is Amber, and she had the big Amber song.
Such a great
song. The color of my energy.
It is. It is the color of your energy. And you know, the song never gets old. It just still sounds great every time I hear it. I love it. When you hear those first guitar notes, you're like, this is such a great
magical man. Actually, the reggae remix of it for them. So I send that to you so you can hear it.
Yeah. I'd love to get that.
It's originally a reggae song, but we made it even more reggae than it is. Man.
Really cool.
But definitely, man. But big respect to Nick and Peanut and S.A. and the whole of the crew, man. They're so magical, man.
Yeah, they're wonderful guys. I love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So looking forward to seeing the movie, man. I know they're going to have that energy on the screen, you know?
Yeah, it'll be great. So I'll see you guys tonight. Amber, nice to meet you. I'm so glad. Always good to see you, my man. You know? All right, it's Matt Pinfield. What a great evening we've had so far. And the movie is coming up. We've been here to talk to the band. We've been talking to fans and everybody involved with Enlarged To Show Detail 3. Thanks so much for checking in with us. Thanks for watching. If you're a 311 fan, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.